to our video. Today we're going to be talking about human relations and informed consent and what they have to do with APA ethics code standard. So let's set the scene for this example. In our example, this will be a pharmaceutical company that is funding a psychological project where they are administering a drug onto a select participants. So we have GSP, a pharmaceutical company funding a psychological experiment, giving and administering a drug onto participants above. Please take it away.
All right, so the participants above we have is male and women here, and there's nothing wrong here to start with, but there is kind of some construed lines that start to happen because the pill that was administered to both male and women, but there is a gender equality situation that is going on.
So on that note, before the test started, they administered a form asking if they consented to their documents being shared to a sponsored, to another company that they know that also would like the information on said pharmaceutical products. But they all answered, no, we would not like to share our information with said hospital before. Informing them clearly and signing the contract saying, no, we would not like our information shared. So as we begin, or at the end of the experiment, they got the information, and going forward, they continued to share the information. They did not share the information of men. The men information was taken in, locked away, recorded, and only reached in the house as they said on the contract right here. But, take it away.
So they protected the information of the men, which is okay, that's what they're supposed to do. But for the women's side, they did not. And with the information that they had, you can see, it was a open IP. They took the information that they signed off no to and facilitated it to the other pharmaceutical, expressing all their personal information as well as information that they had from past appointments and all type of information as such, which is a defamation of information. So they just treated the women counterparts with no respect and kind of just isolated them in what they were doing. And so they released all their forms to another pharmaceutical, which is in a breach.
Now, see, when it comes to human relations, informed consent is an important factor. Now, when you're doing an experiment in any psychological context, there are the APA ethics standard code. You must follow each individually to make sure that you're on the correct path for anything that has to do with psychology, really. To have a valid experiment, it must pass 10 prescribed codes. But we're only going to be focusing on the third one, human relations. So, as you can see here in the example, they did it correctly up to this point. They administered the exam. They asked if they had their consent to share the information, but you can see they broke that contract by sharing and spreading their information to a third-party source, not respecting their consent. Now, would you like to add anything?
Other than that, this is pretty much the main thing. Along with that, they broke another conduct in there, which is the racial, gender, and equality form, which they cannot break. It's also a part of the APA ethics standard code. So they have broken two in this one example, and that is what is wrong with this.